Hello everybody, welcome to this week's tip. This week we're talking about calluses, especially the ones that can build up on your hands, and what you can do about them. There's a lot of issues with some people who will get really dry hands and calluses, and they will have ripping calluses and tears in their hands and stuff like that. We don't see very much of that here in the gym, but a lot of that has to do with how you train. So on the preventative side, going really heavy and using lots of chalk or anything compared to chalk is going to give you more risk of callus ripping and callus development on your hands. If you're getting a lot of volume in like you do in CrossFit, that will also be something that can cause a lot of callus buildup because you're using that skin on your hands aggressively for a long period of time. Same thing with going really heavy. You're using that skin on your hands aggressively. And a lot of your really heavy lifters will go to some sort of strap or some sort of a guard or something like that to try and help from destroying the skin on your hands. It's just hard to hold on to weight at that level and not hurt yourself. So you can do gloves or grips or straps or whatever you're going to do to try and protect your hands. You can go a little bit less weight or a little bit less volume, and that will also keep your hands from developing a lot of callus. Then once you get to the point where you are, let's say you've got a program you like and you're not trying to do any more prevention on trying to build up calluses or anything like that, you can work with things that will help soften that skin and keep those calluses from ripping. Things like working hands from Keeps works really well. There's a couple other options that are out there, especially ones that are built from lifters that have kind of come and gone, and some of those work really well, some do not. That's also where you can go to things like a callus sander or callus remover, where it's just like a little piece of sandpaper. Basically, it helps take some of that extra skin off. If you're a person who develops a lot of callus on your hands, definitely maybe something to look at, because once you get them built up to a certain point, that provides more leverage against the skin and you can get more ripping faster. So trying to keep your calluses from building up in a significant way, either from sanding them down with something like a pumice stone or something like that, can be very helpful. Now, if you already have a lot of calluses and you know you've had some injuries and stuff like that in the past with calluses ripping, you can go and do the same thing you would for maintenance. So something to soften those calluses up, use something to start removing them. You can pull back your lifting a little bit for a time being, or change it, maybe use a lot of bar weight, and that's developing calluses. Maybe go to kettlebells, which are usually a little smoother, and they don't develop calluses in the same way because you're holding them differently. That is something you can do too. So if you have calluses, definitely try and work on them. If you don't have them yet, do something to prevent them. And if that helps you, hopefully it does. If not, let us know in the comments. We'll try and get you an answer.